Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. I'm just checking all my buttons to make sure I've clicked them correctly and in the correct order. And for some reason my microphone... Oh, that's not good. Oh, maybe I hope you can't hear me. Bear with me. I'll just put you on mute while I fart about with this. So I was going to say, for some reason, my microphone looks a bit wonky, and then I've just completely knackered it. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can see me. Things are telling me they're green. Let's have a look at the chat and see if anyone has confirmed or not. All good. We've got lights, we've got camera, we've got sound. Excellent. So, happy Friday, everyone. It's been a hell of a week here at Aquarium Adventures Mansion? Don't know where that came from. Work has been very stressful. House buying has been very stressful. But we're here. Everyone's happy. And more importantly... Oh, I don't know what to show you first. I've got so many good things to share tonight. Let's start with the important stuff. Everyone, grab your favourite beverage and snack. Tonight's stream is sponsored by not Hop House 13, but our very own Phil from Elite Logos for You. He stopped by this afternoon. And I was a very rude host and didn't invite him in for a cup of tea or anything. But I had a hell of a day as well. But he stopped by and he dropped off a bunch of beers. So he dropped me a crate of beers and a plethora no less, of stickers. So we've got all manner of new ones. We've got the... Well, what shall we show you? They're all massive as well. Look at the size of that. So we've got This Blows. We've got a few of them. We've got a lot of them actually. Courtney, Jennifer, if you're watching, we finally have cock stickers. I'm sure other people are interested in the cock stickers, but we've got some cock stickers. My cock's the wrong way around. So there's Humphrey in sticker form. We've got this ugly guy. And we've got some This Sucks stickers. So we've got the This Sucks, This Blows and Cock. I realise this might be a bit of a branding faux pas. And that now every time you see Aquarium Adventures anywhere, it's associated with something sucking, something blowing, or, straight to the point, a cock. I think that's going to be my thing. So anyway, I'm very pleased to announce I've got big cock stickers. And who doesn't want some big cock stickers? So we're going to do some giveaways this evening. I sat down here literally 2 minutes ago, so I haven't done any planning, as usual. So we'll be doing a bit of ranting. If you are new to the channel and you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Please stay. It'll be worth it eventually. I give away some free stuff now and again. But we are going to do a bit of... Not quite structured, but if you have joined our Discord server, you might see a link up there to join our Discord server. One of the channels in there lets you suggest some topics for the live streams. So we've had a couple of suggestions for things that we might cover on the live stream, and one of them was quite a good one actually. I'm aware that I also talked a big game 2 weeks in a row now about getting people on as guests or to have a bit of a chat. I just didn't get a chance to get around to trying that. So we might give it a go later on. I don't know if we can do it live. I don't know if I have the technical capabilities to do this. But at some point we might have some people on to share some opinions and thoughts. But one of the things we thought about was just how do you spend time with your aquariums? What do you do? I've just realised I've made my glasses more smeary than they were before I tried to clean them, so I'll do this. And it's a question I often think to myself, because I've got loads of tanks now, or I used to have loads of tanks. I've started breaking some of them down with the impending house move. But I always used to worry, am I spending enough time with my fish? Am I spending enough time with my tanks? Not from a, oh, is anything bad happening? But if this is your hobby, and your hobby is... What is up with these? If your hobby is spending time with your aquariums, does there get to be a tipping point where you've got so many that you don't get to spend the amount of time and it becomes a bit of a chore? I don't think I've reached that yet, but it's always kind of in the back of my mind that is it going to get to the point where it's a chore rather than something that you enjoy? And how do you enjoy your fish tank? So, interested to hear your thoughts. You can leave me some comments. You can let me know what you think. I'll give you my musings in a bit later on. But we'll start off with some admin. We'll do some admin and then I'll go and read some of the comments. So some admin, if you were here last week, we announced we're doing a big push on the Discord server. So up here, yep, up there. We want you to join us on the Discord. There's random chat channels, there's fish channels, there's picture channels, there's rude channels, there's strange channels. Have a bit of a laugh, share some pictures, some chat, some experience. But as well as that, in there, if you want to... Where am I going with this? If you are a channel member, so if you click on the join button and fancy doing all that stuff, I've no reason why you should want to do that, and you don't have to. But if you do, and you become a hero member, make yourself known in the Discord server, and you'll get access to a special area to let you feel all extra special, and you'll get a 10% discount off anything on my website. So that's where I was going with that. As well as that, at the moment I'm running another offer, and I'll dig out some discount codes for this at some point. I think I've written them down somewhere. We've got some of this stuff. So, some of my most favourite food. This is the soft artemia. This is like a sticky soft artemia. I don't know how to describe it other than soft artemia. It's a very good protein-rich food. It can be clumped into big balls. It can be spread as a granule. It can use it as a sinking food for majority of all fish. I use it for my discus, but I use it for angels and everything else as well. So we're running a special offer on this where you get 10% off this at the moment with a coupon code, which I will share with you later unless someone else puts it in there. And those are stackable. So if you're a hero and you want some of that, you can get 20% off. So there's that. But the Discord in general, we're hoping that we can build on that as a community. We can have more interaction in the live streams because we can get some text and video chats going, and we can bring people in as guests and all those good things. But just using it as a fun thing to do. So that's the admin out the way. If you are here and you like this kind of stuff, click that like button. Tell your friends, all that good stuff. And yeah, we've got 39, 40 people here, 21 likes. So half of you can't even be bothered to click that button. Come on, at least give me if you're going to bugger off afterwards, at least click the button. And if you're going to have some free stuff, that can't be too bad. So, right, we've done the sponsorship link. Thank you very much, Phil. We've done the push on the memberships and the soft artemia discount codes. We've got some stickers. Shall we dive straight in with a giveaway, or shall I say hello to everyone first? I feel like I'm being very rude by not saying hello. Pardon me. I've thought of a new thing. It's not a new thing at all, and I didn't think of it. Someone else thought of it. If you want to ask me any questions, please put at Aquarium Adventures in your question, because it flashes up orange on my screen and I see it a bit easier. For instance, I've just seen Scott's comment, "Are you calling yourself a cock, Aquarium Adventures?" I am, a bit. I mean, if your branding campaign is to say that you blow, you suck, and you're a cock, I think you're a bit of a cock. And many would agree, no doubt. So, we'll start at the bottom just for shits and giggles. Evening all, just listening while I trim my planted tank, says Mountain Goldfish. Evening, sir. Akira's enjoying the lovely weather. I'm less enjoying it, cooped up in my little dungeon all day, doing lots of work. Aquarium Analytic says join the Discord. It's great. It is great. And it's free. And you can come and have a chat and share some pictures of inappropriate food. If you're not on the Discord server, you won't know what that means. But yeah, come along. If you don't feel like typing the link, there you go, Scott, sharing the link. So we've got Paul, we've got Adam, we've got Mickey's in, Brian, Courtney, Big Cox, Tony's here, GB, Mush the Snowman, Vince, Kaylee's here. We'll be doing the Kaylee wheel soon, don't you worry. Brian, Tim, anyone, pardon me. Maple Street Aquatics is here. I saw you getting bitten by one of your fish earlier. That seems to be a running theme these days. The scar's gone though. Humphrey attacked me again the other day. Okay, Kaylee's got a nice refreshing Malibu and mango. Ooh. Very 1980s. We were discussing drinks on the Discord earlier. So there's Freshwater Ichthyology. Rebecca's in, no doubt enjoying a cheap bottle of wine. Mark is here. Scott's here several times, obviously. I'm not just going to say the same thing over and over again. Right, so we're all in. We're all cut up. Dawn's here. Oh, another bit of admin. Everyone that won a prize last week, I've been very lax and haven't sent out your prizes yet. I haven't forgotten you. I'm going to say I was waiting for the new stickers to come in so as I could send you the new stickers with them as well, but I've had a terrible week. It's been extremely busy, extremely stressful. So your prizes will go out this weekend instead, and you'll get the new stickers included in your prizes from last week. And of course, you can apply for this week's prizes as well. That's all fine. So we've got nearly 40 people in here. I guess I'm competing with the football at the same time. Is that still going on? Has anybody won yet? Excuse me, will I just look up the internet to see how the football's going on? We've got Turkey against Rome tonight, isn't it? If you don't want to know the score, then look away now and stick your fingers in your ear. It's currently 1-0 to Italy. Only just scored as well. So I'm sorry if I'm taking you away from that. We will get logged into everything. Oh, Mickey's cracking open the Magners. That's very nice. It's super nice when you get someone turning up to your door to deliver beer to you. I can't thank you enough for that, Phil. Yes, definitely new stickers. So we're going to jump in. For the people that have turned up on time and early, we're going to get you in and do a giveaway straight away. So we're going to give away some stickers. Not going to run the Kaylee wheel right now. We're going to get everyone to type in the chat. If you want to win some stickers, I'm going to give you a sticker pack. All you have to type in is Big Cock. We'll transition you over to the screen so you can make sure I'm not cheating you. So there you go. Open to mods, regulars, everyone. Just type Big Cock. For those of you turning up late, we've got big stickers and it says cock on it. So this is going to get demonetized, isn't it? Oh well. Big Cock if you want a sticker pack. So we've got Big Cock, this blows, this sucks, and then I'm sure the one you're all desperate for, my ugly mug on a sticker. Oh yeah, and your message will get held if you type it COCK. It has to be BIGKOK. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment, Scott. Everyone's now going to call me names and be mean to me. Hello from Doncaster, NJW. Hello yourself. Kaler's Aquatics and Reptiles, wondering what he's coming to. Yes, just in case you are new, I had a visit from tonight's sponsor. Shall we call it a sponsor? I guess so. He's brought me loads of stuff. We got a bunch of big stickers. And he also turned up with a crate of beer. And you can't go wrong with that. So, Phil, if you're here yet, you're welcome around here anytime. We'll need to get a game of golf or something. We talked about that, didn't we? As a thank you for all that. And I'm sorry you couldn't stay and I had to run away to a meeting. Aquarium Analytics had the bad week too. 3 exams tonight. My God, that's good timing. That does seem stressful. Talking of Masters, where's Jennifer? I think Jennifer's on holiday or something. I saw some posts about her doing a bit of a tour somewhere. Streamlabs is timing people out. Oh no. Yeah, you'll just have to be careful of your spelling. I don't think I can change it now. We'll be doing more. If you don't win this one, don't worry, we'll get some more later. Right, you've had a chance. It's only 6 letters. BIGKOK. I'm going to do a quick scan of the previous comments, make sure everyone's happy, and then we'll roll it and we'll draw it. Fishman Aquatics is here. First jab this evening. Oh, well, I'll give it time. I've had both my jabs now. I'm very happy. In Sheffield, they're doing... Yeah, I think it's this weekend. They're doing... anyone over 18, you can just turn up at the... I think it's at the Crucible. You can get your jab if you've not had it. Right, are we ready? We're going to draw it. I think, am I still on big face? Or there we go, we're on small face. So are we ready? We'll get a couple of winners. I'm even going to write them down this time so I don't forget. Tony Chambers. Big Tony C, you've won something before. You're doing quite well at the moment. Who else? Adam D. And Chow with Lau. You lot have won yourself some big stickers. Congratulations. So, we'll go back to my big face. So, Tony, Adam and Chow, email me please, Graham at Aquarium Adventures. Let me know where you live and I'll send you some stickers. You don't have to... what was this? Doing that early onset dementia thing where I can't remember the end of the sentence I just started. I don't know. Oh yeah, you don't have to be a winner just to email me. If you want to reach out, ask me any questions or say anything, by all means, send me an email, say hello. Don't send me a friend request on Facebook. I've seen to have got about 50 extra from very suspicious looking profiles last week. So I might have to have a bit of a clear out there. But yeah, reach out on email, say hello on Discord, join in. We'll do more giveaways in a bit, but we'll crack on. So if you haven't won, don't run away all disappointed. I have been looking at the stats here, and I do notice that when I do a giveaway, as soon as I announce a winner, about 20% of the people will bugger off. So be assured there will be more giveaways as we continue on throughout the night. I'll get the Kaylee wheel out. If you're new here and you don't know, Kaylee tends to win prizes every week, so we've named the prize wheel after her, and then we get a wheel up and it kind of circles round and round and you get to pick a prize. So, congratulations everyone. And email and chat, please. What does that mean? Well, me? I can do that. Get me multitasking. Oh no, that's my personal email. Aquarium Adventures. It's Graham spelt correctly. .co.uk. That's the address. Send me where you live. Send me where you live. Send me an email to tell me where you live, and I'll send you some stuff. So, use my little cheat sheet to remember what I was meant to be talking about tonight. We've done sponsorship. We've done stickers. We've got a giveaway. Last week's stickers will be sent out this week as well. We've done sponsored by Elite logos for you. So thank you once again, Phil. If you want to have a look at my website, that's aquariumadventures.co.uk. It's very confusingly got two merch sections, but if you go into the shop and then merch, rather than going into the merch shop, I will change this when I get a chance. You can see some, in fact, let me show you this, because this is last week's winners of hoodies and t-shirts all ordered the wrong thing because I'm an idiot and I didn't do the website properly. So, for instance, if we get a new tab up here and we go on to aquariumadventures.co.uk, along the top in the title, it's slightly different on a phone, but if you're on the web, you've got shop and you've got merch store. Merch store is the single print spreadshirt shop, which is fine, it's all good and there's lots of products on there, but I'm slowly going to phase this out in favour of the excellent stuff that we get in here. So if you go to shop, here you can buy some fish, you can buy some food, you can buy a gift card or whatever you want, but there's also this bit here called merch, and if you click on that, look at that face, you can buy a towel, you can buy a polo shirt, a hat, a pullover. These are all printed on demand by Phil at Elite Logos for you. So the same person that gives us the stickers also does the embroidery, and the stuff, the polo shirts and the hoodies are they're high quality stuff. Well worth the money. So if you want any of that, you can order that. And this weekend, I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to it, but all these logos, where have they gone? So if you don't like my discus logo, come on Graham, get with the program. You can get, so you see there, for instance. So let me get that big. So that's the polo shirt, for instance. So you get this discus logo, which is my Aquarium Adventures logo, and you get Aquarium Adventures on the sleeve. Instead of this discus logo, we'll also be putting up this logo. So the Pleco logo, and the Puffer logo. You can get them instead of the Discus logo on your side. I'll be putting them up at the weekend at some point. That's the same for, pardon me, shirts, hoodies, towels, the whole kit and caboodle. They'll all have those options, so you can choose them as well. So, if you want any of that, by all means, go on there. If you want to become a Hero member, you can get 10% off as well. Whew. Right. I'll stop being the pushy salesman now and get back to the chat. Oh, Phil's in. You've missed it now, Phil. You're going to have to watch the. You're going to have to watch the replay. I've already given away some stickers, and I've thanked you very much for dropping off. So you're now the channel sponsor. Elite logos for you, everyone. For all your printing needs, Elite logos for you. Right. Where did we get to? Well, now everyone's putting my email address in chat, and I can't tell who's asking questions. Congratulations. Kaylee is honoured to have to. I'm going to have to show you the wheel now, aren't I? Just to show what everyone's talking about. So this is the Kaylee wheel. At some point later, we'll give this a spin and see if someone can win any of the prizes. We'll take stickers out because we're already giving away stickers. We'll do a couple more giveaways, but we'll do a Kaylee wheel later on. Fishman Aquatics has been super busy this week at Fishman Aquatics, building our new shop floor and our new YouTube studio / creative space. Very grand. I keep missing your live streams. So Fishman Aquatics do live streams on Facebook. Do you do them on YouTube as well? I'm not sure, but they've been doing them on Facebook on Thursdays at dinner time. It's when my kids demand food at that time, so I rarely make it. I could make it last week, and that was the one week that you had technical difficulties and it didn't work. But if you've got a YouTube studio and creative space, I might have to make the effort and come for a visit. We could record a video on your creative space. That sounds dirty, I don't know why. Sharpie's in, sneaking in from work to say hi and to hit the like button. Thank you very much. If everyone else did that, that would be much appreciated. Looking at a stack of 5 crates of Hop House 13 right now, Grail. Reserve them. They're going to stop selling them soon. They had no Hop House 13 in the co-op twice this week. Not that I go and buy it in the co-op every week. There's a co-op at the top of my road, but they didn't have any for the live stream last week. And then they were out this week when I tried to buy some. Yeah, I've mentioned Phil, so we had the pleasure of meeting, but unfortunately it was a very short meeting, and I do apologise. So we'll need to get together. I think you mentioned you're into a wee game of stickball, so we'll need to get out for a game of golf or something like that. But thank you very much. I'm sorry we couldn't spend more time together. I think you had to shoot off and I had loads of meetings to do this afternoon. It's been a very bad week at work. No one wants to hear, but I had some what's the word? Some disagreements with some high-powered people in my organisation. So yeah, they could be career-limiting disagreements, but they won't be. I'll be fine, and I'm right and they're wrong, so that always helps. But yeah, it's never nice when you have to have those sort of meetings. Hi, bottom bags. The shadow is great in this heat. Leaves nice cold spots around the house. That's what you want. So, house news. I guess we can move on to house news quickly. It's relevant to fish in a way because one of the reasons for moving is to get my fish room. In fact, so house move is still progressing. We're moving in the right direction. We may be moving still. Nothing's been called off. If you're new here, as a bit of a catch up, we're moving house. We put a bid in or put an offer in that got accepted on a new house. The surveyor went round a couple of weeks back and found out there was a fire in the loft and that the roof needed replacing. The way he reported it made it sound like the roof was like hanging on by tenterhooks and it was about to collapse and destroy the building. It's not that bad. So we're decided we're still interested, but obviously we need to take the price of fixing the roof off the offer that we made, as well as do some of the other things that we found since we got the survey done. So the electrics are a bit dodgy. If there's any tradesmen here, you'll enjoy this picture. Let me find it. Where's it gone? So we couldn't get into the garage, or we could get into the garage, and the garage is where the fish room's going to be. It's a nice big double garage, but when we went for the viewing, it was completely full of furniture and junk and building supplies and paint, and you just couldn't get in. It was literally right up to the door. You could open the door, but that was it. Then you were faced with all this stuff. So they've done a bit of a clear out and we could finally get in. So this is where the boiler is. And the electric panel, or, well, one of the electric panels, because there's two other ones in different locations. But if you know anything about electrics, and I don't claim to know a lot about electrics, but in the UK, that is not good. That is probably older than I am. If not, it's fine because it's only doing some of the electrics, but it's not fine. No electrician would sign that off. So any electrician's going to say you need a new consumer unit, you need a new RCD. This snake's nest continues elsewhere. Yeah, it needs attention. The other side of it was where was the other one? The other side is that there was no power in the garage. And I'm thinking, no, there can't be no power in the garage because you've got your electric board. It's right there. And it's got a powered garage door, like an up and over thing. You press the button. Well, you press the button, it goes... and it finally gets up there. That's because that's powered into... the power from that's drawn from the lighting circuit. Brilliant. And then I thought, I could see at the back, I was going, oh, is that there's like a two-gang wall socket. I thought, oh, that's good. At least we've got some power there already. But that was also plugged into the lighting circuit. So, presented a bit of a challenge in that if we move on moving day and I've got all my fish in buckets and, well, boxes rather, my idea was that I'd get there, get all the tanks set up, fill them full of water, bung in a load of heaters, get everything up to temperature, and chuck the fish in the garage and leave them there while I sorted out making it right and nice and all that kind of stuff. But I can't even do that because there's no power and I can't get an electrician in to put the sockets in on the first day I move there. So we have to tinker with the plans a little and maybe run some extensions, or maybe have all the fish in the conservatory or something like that for the first few days until we get the electric sorted. It just makes everything a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more challenging, I guess. That's where we need to go for. So we've got that going on. We found the roof. We found problems with the electrics. We found some other... I mean, the electrics are just weird throughout the house. It's a massive house, but plug sockets seem to be a premium, as if they were made of gold or something, so they haven't done for a while. And it's just... everything looks a little bit dodgy, if you know what I mean. Where you're thinking, I'm sure when I start digging into this, there's going to be even more problems. So whether or not it needs a full rewire, but it's going to need stuff doing on the electric side. We think the gas is fine. We had a guy around to check that anyway. He says it's not brilliant, but it's fine. We've got the roof to fix, so we're going to have to be taking a substantial chunk out of the offer that we've made. Because as well as that, we've got some trees on the borders of the property, and they've taken down one of the neighbour walls, or a party wall between us and one of the neighbours. They're threatening to take down another wall, and one of the other walls on the other side of the property is starting to bow out as well, just because of these massive Leylandii trees. So they need attention as well. So there's lots of things to do. Some of them are massive things and very costly, and some of them are tiny things, but there's lots of them, so they all add up as well. So we need to basically get in, rip out the electrics and start again, rip out all the trees and start again. Well, you can't just rip out the trees because they'll cost subsidence if you take them out too quickly and all manner of things. But plan for that. Rip out the roof and start again. If we're ripping out the roof, we may as well put some more Velux windows in. It all adds up. So we may not be moving there in the end because we have to go back and say a really cheeky offer and say, look, we need 50 grand off the asking price, or not 50 grand, but we're going to go with something that the guy's going to go, no way. So we'll see. So I'll need to check the comments now to make sure we've got any electricians around that have gone, oh my god, I can't see that. Simon got his first and final warning for me being right and higher-ups being wrong. Yeah, I should just learn to sit and be quiet in meetings sometimes. I can't sit and listen to someone else getting it in the neck when I know that they don't deserve it, so I'll always chirp up and then it ends up being diverting it to me. But that's kind of part of my job, is that I'm the defender or the flak taker, so as the people who actually, the important people who are doing the doing, don't get it, because they're fragile little people and they can't handle that kind of stuff. Whereas I don't care if somebody shouts at me all day long, it's water off a duck's back. And to a degree, it's part of my job to sit and have that argument, so as more important people who are actually doing the work don't have to get involved in all the politics and all the horrible stuff like that. But yeah, bullies and people who think they can throw their weight around as if they have some kind of authority just because they've got a good job title or something like that. It's like, yes, the phrase this guy used this week was, well, Graham, poop rolls downhill. And I was like, yeah, well, you're very right. So if you've got a problem, I can help you fix it. But if you treat me like crap, I'm not going to help you fix it. And while poop might roll downhill, blame rolls uphill. So if we lose all these clients, it's not me that's going to get it in the neck. It's you that's going to get it in the neck. So you'll do well to remember that, and remember I'm the one who can get you out of the hole, not the one who put you in it. Hopefully he's not a member here, but we'll see. Persimmon Homes have just had planning granted for 100 homes here on the local floodplain. Well, I think that's a bit of a... There's a thing going around here as well where they've started building all the green belts. And one of them's it's not the floodplain, but every time the river, so I live on a street that's got a river at the bottom of the garden, and every time the river floods, it floods this area that they're building all these houses on. So it's a bit like, that's clever. Oh, Dad's in. Robert Kerr. Is that the beer I got you that you're enjoying? No, we enjoyed that last week, Dad. Thank you very much. This week, beer has been provided by another sponsor. From Phil in the chat. So I enjoyed yours last week, and I did say thanks, so you obviously weren't watching that video, but thanks for the beer anyway. It reminds me of student rental. Dodgy electrics are always borderline illegal or out of date. I mean, I don't know whether it's illegal or not, but they are well out of date. They're not even proper. I mean, they were fuses that tripped, but it was like... They were older than I was. It was just weird. The box needs to be condemned. I think you might be right. Fire extinguisher rated for electrical fires. Well, let's hope so. Greetings from Denmark. The towel has arrived. Excellent, Soren. I have calculated the average shipping speed at 2.5 kilometres. I could have walked it over quicker. Well, I'm glad you got it in the end. Soren won a towel. He won the test, was it? Or the first ever, the prototype Mucky Doings towel. God, what is it, 3-4 weeks ago now? And I sent that one out really quickly as well. And he's only just received it now. Might need to check the sewer pipes. There are a few trees on the site. Yes, that was part of the survey. So thankfully that's not something that needed attention, but yes. P45 coming soon? No way. I'll leave before I get a P45. Mind you, how long? My continuous service is something like 23 years. I kind of wouldn't mind if they made me redundant. That'd be quite the payout. Anyway, so that's the house news. We've got all that to work out. The electrics, the roof, all the things that need to be sorted means we're going to have to go back with an offer and do some negotiation. If that finally does get negotiated, then great. We should be good from that point. It's going to be a bit of a project house, but it's just got loads of space, nice garden, kids can run around and go mad. It kind of ticks all the other boxes apart from it being a death trap. So hopefully that's a joke and it isn't actually a death trap, but that's what it is. But I got the provisional go ahead for a pond as well. So we've been having lots of pond chat on Discord. Again, Discord up there. We've got a pond channel, so I've been enviously living vicariously through Mickey and others who've been building their ponds recently. And I've kind of got a plan in my head. Can I show you this? I wonder if this will work. I'm going to switch back to this. Hang on a second. Small face. And now I've lost the page. Where's it gone? So, I don't know if you saw that, but let me find a way to... If you can tell, so this is a bit of the garden. So remember, those of you who are here for a while, you'll remember we were talking about it being a pitch and putt course. This is one of the pitch and putt greens. So it's quite a big garden by UK. Lots I know all my American viewers will be like, what? It's not got 1,000 acres. But yeah, in Sheffield, this is quite a large garden. Up here, we've got the top driveway and a bit of a putting green, if you like. And then it kind of sweeps down there. It does a bit of a drop off to that bit. And then another drop off to this bit. And there's a lot of this in this house where it's just gravel and random massive boulders that have just been dumped. So I'm thinking, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Koi pond. Well, what I was even thinking was koi pond, goldfish pond, trickling into koi pond, because this is a good, I don't know, I'm very bad with measurements, 30-40 feet, so it could be quite the koi pond. I know that would probably cost me thousands to actually construct it, but I could get in there with a JCB, dig all that out, have a nice little rockery around it, and then have like a top pond trickling into a bottom pond, and there'd even be room for, because these trees are going to need to come down, there'd be room for like a proper filter house in here. I think that could be quite an impressive feature. So you could plant all this out, have it like a rockery. There's tons of these boulders around, so these boulders could be the rocks around the edge, because I think these are local stone, so that'd be quite good to keep it in keeping with everything. And these could be like the edges, the coping stones for the big pond. Have this as a big massive pond. I don't know. What do you think? It's definitely big enough for a koi pond. It's bigger than some lakes I've seen. So that bit would do well. And it's still... I've not got that bit. Let me see if I can find the other one. Where's that gone? I must have deleted it or something. Is it this one? So this is the other side of the garden. So if you imagine that was the bit I just showed you up there, and then over here's the first hole. So this I still have the hole. I can still do my pitch and putt. So it's got a nice bunker and a wee green. But in here, these trees are like, I said 20 feet thick, but it turns out they're 15 because my wife wanted to prove a point that she was right, and we measured it, and yeah, so there's like 15 feet's worth of garden to be reclaimed back there, or just have it as a bit the kids can build dens in and things like that. But this all has to go, but I think we'll have run out of money by the time we come to dealing with the garden. So we've got this on one side of the garden, the other potential koi pond on the other side of the garden, and then the other two sides have also got the same kind of space around it, so they could be decked areas and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I'm definitely considering a koi pond, but it'll probably be not for another year at least. We won't get in this year, or we won't get, if we get in this year, I don't think we'll have time to get round to that, because there'll be all these other things that need fixing. So earliest might be next year, but I'm going to start thinking and planning and trying to work it all out. I've been researching ponds for years, if not months. So I've definitely got a plan for something that size, maybe 2 or 3 bottom drains coming back into a massive sediment sediment chamber going into a filter house, and then the filter house going into a big soak away that we could build, and there's space to fit all that in and still have a big massive I've not worked out how big it would be, but having something that is 30 feet long by 5 feet deep by 15 feet wide is going to be quite big. So I don't mean to be, I don't sound like I'm coming across as a show off, but I'm just very excited about the options that we've got to, now that I've finally got space. My current garden's just like a little tiny square, and there just isn't scope for any of that kind of stuff. Where the big one, it's just got lots of things that we could do. So Adam says, sounds like you need a new consumer box. Well, there are newer consumer boxes in other areas of the house, so I'm not sure even what that one feeds, but it seems to feed things like the outdoor lights and the garage door and the gates at the driveway, rather than the house electrics, thankfully. But it did seem very dodgy. Fishman Aquatics, you called us out on the last stream. You have a challenge for me. Oh, I'll need to watch that back then. You're going for a pond or a koi pond? Two very different beasts. Well, maybe both. Not sure. The lamp looks like some kind of narnic. Yeah, they have these really old antique lamps. Is that still got there? Am I on big face or little face? Pardon me. Where did I see that? Is it this one? Oh, I'll need to show you this one just for Dad. There you go, Grandpa. You get to see your granddaughter if you're still here. So that's the top button green. All she's interested in is getting rabbits. That's alright, it just made me laugh, that one. Where was I? Is it this one? Yeah, these ones here. They've got them just dotted around all over the place quite randomly. There's another old street lamp here. There's about 2 or 3 of these in different areas of the garden behind the house. It's just very strange. Ooh, pressed the wrong button there. Keep the putting green. The pond isn't needed. Oh, I've got plenty of space for putting green and pond. Big enough for a koi pond, even better. Sturgeons and sterlets. Oh, sturgeon get massive though, don't they? Well, I suppose not all sturgeons get massive, but yeah, that might be something. It's just very exciting to look into these things. I'm not sure what we could do in the end. The pond with rockery sounds fantastic. I like the idea. I mean, I might need some help to actually, I was going to say visualize my vision, but that doesn't make any sense. I might need some help to kind of design it properly and figure out how it will all hang together, but I've got plenty of time for it. A putting green and a pond, definitely. How big's the car park for visitors? Pretty big. So you can get 2 cars on this driveway up here. Well, you could probably get 6 cars. And then there's another driveway at the bottom that you can get plenty. So yes, party round at mine when this all gets sorted. The kids are going to love throwing parties. I mean, that's what we're doing it for. I mean, it's ridiculously expensive for what I can actually afford. But I just thought, the kids are at that age where I might as well make use of it. We can afford to run it for a while. We'll probably have to downsize in 15 years, 20 years or whatever. But all the kids are young. Up here is the common. It's called the common. So it's just acres and acres of protected space that can never be built on. You can go for a walk. It's just common land, basically. But yeah, it's just, it kind of fits everything. Plus, yeah, the house itself is quite big, and the kids will love destroying it and having empties and all the things that I did when I was a kid. I didn't do that, Dad. No, I didn't do anything with empties. We've got some caiman coming in. I think you need one of them. That would be cool. The gravel bed is weird. It is weird. You're not wrong. There's a lot of this. I think the guy that lived here previously was like, gardens, what shall I do? I know, I'll order 500 tons of gravel. Or he got some kind of deal worked out, or I don't know what went on. But there's a lot of this. So, wife quite likes it though, because she's got big plans for all the other areas to get rid of the gravel and turn it into different stuff. Adam's got some koi videos on his channel, more like a Dropbox, not a YouTuber. Well, I'll check them out. Hello, Josh. Simon's good at designing these things, says Scott. Yeah, well, I'll just describe it to him in great detail and see if he can get the mental picture going there. Watched the video the other week of Shaquille O'Neal's koi pond in the Big Fish Rescue channel. It looked awesome. I remember Shaquille O'Neal's koi pond. Was that not the one that was built by Tanked first? Yeah, it was a pretty cool one. But yeah, I definitely want some kind of viewing windows or something to be part of a koi pond. Yeah, so that's where we're up to. I think we've covered house news now. Shall we get back to the fishy stuff? That's kind of fishy, I suppose. Hello all, says Tam Solo. Hello all, yourself. Right, so house news, I'm going to tick these things off. Electrics, pond design, fish move, where are we going to put them? Yeah, so don't know where we're going to put all the fish when we get there, but hopefully we'll turn the garage into a fish room. It'll just be a bit of a longer project. So if we do get this house and we do move in, we may well be lots of videos of me going, right, we've got 5 fish tanks in this room, we've got 4 fish tanks in that room, there's 3 up there, there's 2 in that room. It might be quite chaotic for a while. But, you know, these things happen. Right, another bit of admin. Remember, if you're enjoying this kind of thing, and even if you're not, because this is not what my channel's usually about, it's not just me rambling about a potential house I might buy. I do make fishy videos every now and again. If you like that kind of thing, there's a button down there where you can subscribe. That would be awesome. It would really help us out. If you really liked it, you can click the join button. And if you do click the join button and select the hero member, as well as the other member perks of extra videos, members only content, you can have 10% off everything at my website, aquariumadventures.co.uk. And that code will stack on any other special offers that are running on the website. So, for instance, right now we're running a special offer on this stuff, soft Artemia. This is the bulk bag. Can't buy this. Well, you probably could buy this if you want. If you want a kilogram of it, let me know. But 10% off this as well with code. What is the code? I'm going to have to look up the code. Bear with me. Internet slow. I might be talking to myself. The internet seems very slow. I'll disappear soon. It's been a pleasure. Commerce, coupons. Soft tart. Soft Artemia, because that's what this is. But SOFTART, soft tart. You get 10% off as well. So that will be a limited time offer. I'm not sure how long that's going to run for, but you'll get 10% off this. It's my most popular product. It's my most popular food. It's my favourite food as well. Not mine. It's my fishy's favourite food. Really good feedback from everyone that's ever taken any. I love the stuff. So you can get 10% off now. Cheapest you can find on Tinterweb. And if you're a hero member as well, you effectively get 20% off because you get that 10% too. So, having done all that admin, if you just want to give me a like, that'll do. How many people have we got here? We've got 42 concurrent viewers and 39 likes. 44 concurrent viewers and 39 likes. That's not bad. Thank you very much for everyone that's hit the button. Does the code give you discount on merch too? It does indeed. The code for being a hero member is across the site. So as long as it's in stock and you can click the order button, the code will get you off 10% off everything. If you are a hero member, you also have to join Discord, because that's where we'll give you the code. You can email me stuff, but it's just easier if you go over to the Discord up there, or in chat, there'll be a link as well. Make yourself known, say hello, say that you're a hero member, and we'll get you into the right area and make sure you get the code. Right, so I'm sure I was going somewhere with that. Look at these eyebrows. It's ridiculous. It's like Ming. Anyway. So, 10% off everything. 20% if you're a hero member. And you want some Artemia. Elite logos for you. Sponsoring tonight's stream. I say that because they gave me some stuff. So if you want any of these fantastic stickers, which we're about to give away more of, get in touch with Elite Logos. You can get your own designs printed up there. I think Phil's running an offer where it was like £20 for a metre worth of stickers. So as many stickers as you can fit into a metre of the what's it called? Sticker paper. Yeah, get your own made up. Code Soft Art. There you go. Standing for Soft Artemia, not an effeminate tart. My koi ponds are brilliant, but money pits. I'm beginning to think that. I'm following a few channels where they're doing koi builds at the moment, and the ones that have just completed, and it's just like, God, even in sand and cement, that's going to cost thousands. Never mind the actual filtration that will be needed and all the other actually expensive bits. Scott Haddle, thanks for the plug, but house buying isn't my specialty. Plumbing is. Oh, you never know. If I get some plumbing issues, I'm sure there'll be some plumbing problems as well. Oh, something popped up there, but I missed it. I was too slow. I apologise. Evening all, says Jennifer. Jennifer's in. Hello there. Have you been enjoying your little tour around Britain? Oh, there it is there. Someone has just subscribed. Thank you very much, that someone. I couldn't read it because I'm almost blind. Right, we're going to do another giveaway, but just give us a second to catch up on the chat. Does the code give you discount? Oh, I've done that one. Yes, the code does give you discount on merch. Dan's Aquarium, hello. Kaylee says, a great food, much enjoyed by my fishies, and I do need to order some more too. Well, there you go. Soft Art, get yourself 10% off. How much for a bulk bag? If you want a kilo, I'll need to work out a price, but yeah, send me an email, graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk, and I'll work something out for you. Pardon me. How do you become a hero member? You're already a hero member, Phil. You become a hero member by finding the join button and clicking join and selecting the hero level. Scottish eyebrows. I don't know what it is. If I don't trim these, literally, well, it's not so bad these days, he says. But if I don't cut my eyebrows at least once a month, I can usually tuck them behind my eyes. So, Jennifer, if you've only just arrived, you won't know. I need to move it. We have cock stickers. Not only do we have cock stickers, we have big cock stickers. Look at the size of them. Just what you wanted. Right, shall we do another giveaway? We've had this wheel here for ages and I haven't actually pressed it. You've now asked me a koi and goldfish question. Are there any particular koi varieties I want to keep, or goldfish varieties for the future pond? Yes, there are. Rather than murder the names, I might feed this into a future chat when I've learned them properly. But there's a few, and I've been keeping a list of the ones that I like by watching other people's channels of which ones. So there's some of the ones that I want to say Sankey or Shankey. The kind of almost metallic-y elements to them. I really like the look of those ones. I really like... in fact, I could probably just end up listing every single one. So, yes, there are lots of koi varieties, and there's some that I particularly like the look of. I think all the really expensive ones, typically, I quite like the look of them, but I kind of just like the idea of having a big pond with lots of fish. That might be the way to go. With goldfish, I really want to have like a fancy goldfish pond, but I don't think that'll work. I'll probably just end up doing a big tank to have some fancy goldfish in, and then have a goldfish pond with just like loads of your bog standard comets and things like that. I think they're really... I just like the idea of goldfish acting in a pond where they've got enough space to swim around. There's lots of time to work out these details. Sankey. I think that might be... I can't remember. I've been spending that much time, not this week, but recently reading up on koi and looking at koi, and I've probably overfaced myself with all the different varieties and things like that. So I don't know if I'll ever know. Even discus, they're my favourite fish, but I still get caught out on, oh, what strain's this? Is that a red Turk, a blue Turk, a yellow? Is it this, that, the other? I'm always like, oh, well, if it's from this breeder, they call it a Penang eruption. If it's from that breeder, it's a super eruption. If it's from that breeder, it's a dragonfly spotty face. If it's people just make them up. Koi, not quite like that. That is more traditional, so they have proper names. But I'm never good with names anyway. Even people I've known for years, I always forget their names. Anyway, where was I? I was going to do a giveaway. We're going to run the wheel. It's been here teasing you all for ages. So let's get logged in so we can make it spin. And we'll see what you can win. Oh, that could be a catchphrase. What is it I need to log into again? Streamlabs, that's the one. Sorry, I am a professional. I know what I'm doing, honest. Talk amongst yourselves for a while I sort this out. I do apologise. So, this is a prize. Well, we'll find out what the prize is first before we make up the rules. No, this is going to be... We'll roll stickers out and we'll do another sticker giveaway shortly. Oh, we might do one now as well. Stickers, we'll say, are worldwide. If you want some stickers and you want to win some stickers, that's worldwide. If it's the goodie bag, the towel, the polo shirts, the hoodies, that's UK only, I'm afraid. Unless you want to pay for the postage. But as Soren has demonstrated, it might take 3 weeks before it gets to you. But let's see what you could have won, shall we? Spin the wheel. And nothing happened. No, the wheel's broken. I knew it would stop working eventually. Ooh, that's not the wheel. Have I logged into the wrong thing? I've logged into the wrong thing. It's alright. Bear with me, everyone. I'm an idiot. I've logged into my test account rather than my Aquarium Adventures account. You'd think after, what is this, week 25 or something like that, I'd have got there eventually. Pardon me. Right, that looks better. Spin the wheel. There we go. It's the green one, which is... Towel! You've won a towel! Bear with me. Oh, ow. So, you can have one of these fantastic towels. They are very good for all your mucky doings. In fact, you can have your choice of traditional mucky doings or pleco, puffer, all the new lines. I think that's right. That's what we said earlier, wasn't it, Phil? We can get there. So, lovely towel. Very nice and soft for all your mucky doings, or your hair, or your whatever else you use towels for. It can't be a towel showcase without me mentioning they have handy hanging straps, so you can hang them. But very good towels, good size, nice dark colour. You might not get this colour because the colours are pleasingly random, depending on availability. So hopefully a nice dark colour so it doesn't show up too much muck. But yes, you get a towel. And then to win said towel, yeah, Kaylee's wheel's having a breakdown, definitely. To win said towel, we'll now go over to this screen. No, that's the football. Oh, Italy are now winning 3-0, or have won 3-0. Pardon me. No, we don't want that screen, we want this screen. Ta-da, right. So we've still got Chow's beautiful face up there, we'll get rid of that for now. So here we will say, oh, that's why I've just remembered where I was going 40 minutes ago when I was talking about ordering stuff. Hang on, I've just dropped something. All orders at the moment, you will also get a sticker. So any orders on the website, I'll stick a sticker in with your order, so you'll get that too. So if you don't win one tonight, you can just buy a thing, and I'll send you some stickers too. Are you giving advice on fish keeping? Sure. Ask me a question, I'll give you my advice. Why do I bother? Why do I bother what? Giving away stuff? For fun. So if you want to win a towel, I want you to write mucky in the comments. Mucky in the comments. And you can win a towel. So, Jabs in. Thanks for my fish food and of course the stickers. Well, for the new people, we have new stickers. Can't see that because I'm on my tiny face. But we have cock stickers, big cock stickers. Your call is important to us, will be answered shortly. Well, it does take a while to get these things done. Pufferfish, definitely, yes. So we've got the Puffer logo, we've got the Discus logo, and we've got the Pleco logo. So towels just for people in the UK or people who aren't in the UK and want to pay me the postage. Number 2. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, so this is a fish channel. The live streams are pleasingly random as well. We have covered all sorts of topics from, I don't know, pot noodles, house buying. We occasionally talk about fish, and I'm more than happy to. But yeah, they are just a bit of everything. Whereas the videos hopefully are a bit more fish centric. You're not on this planet. I am, honest. And that's not how you spell "your", Stephen. I'm also happy to take any trolling. If you want to, that's fine. Air your grievances. We'll deal with some of them as well. Stephen Phillips, you've been asking a question. I shall try and find it while people are typing mucky into the chat. If you do want to ask me a question, stick Aquarium Adventures in the question and it highlights it for me as well. Stephen Phillips asked, I've just got a barrel pond. Do you think gudgeon will be okay? Ooh, it depends where you live, really. And what type of gudgeon? I'm going to go with no, probably. Unless you're keeping it indoor. I mean, there's so many variables. What type of gudgeon? Where are you keeping this pond? Where do you live? Is it going to be heated? How big is a barrel where you come from? I saw someone was talking about a barrel pond on one of the groups on Facebook, and they ended up posting a picture, and their barrel was like one of these industrial, it was more of a silo than a barrel, so it was like hundreds and hundreds of gallons. I think they were just trolling to say, "Oh, I can't have a goldfish in my barrel pond because it's not big enough," and then they showed that it was. Yeah, well, there's native gudgeons. It depends where you live, though. So, for instance, let's take a slight diversion and type gudgeon into Google. He says, not been able to type. And you'll get anything from freshwater, saltwaters, big ones, little ones, all kinds of things come under the gudgeon. If you're talking about this, then probably, but it depends. There's so many types. If you're in the UK and the gudgeon you're talking about is this one, well, I think it will be this one. Gobio, but so many things have the common name gudgeon that it could be anything. And it's the barrel pond, like the barrel pond I've got outside, which is the smaller half barrel pond. It's probably going to be too small to house that forever, especially if you want to keep a few of them. But if it's a bigger barrel, that might be all right. And if you are in the UK and you might have to heat it in the winter, the problem with it is because the barrel pond is so small. In the winter, it freezes. So when I was keeping a goldfish in there, I had to bring it in the winter because it would freeze solid because it was so small. The reason we can overwinter fish in the UK or colder places is because you can give them enough depth that they'll never freeze all the way down, so the fish can survive through there. But in a barrel pond, it won't last through the year, but you never know. If you're willing to bring it in and put it in a tank over the winter, maybe. It's one of those ones where you go maybe. I guarantee if you ask on any fish groups, everyone will probably say no. So I'll go one better and say maybe. Hopefully that helps. But then again, I'm not on this planet, so I might be wrong. Hello from Rutherglen. Hello, Graham. How are you? I've just got my tank filled. Plants in. Is it worth fertilising plants when going to do big water changes every day, but using Tropica soil? I'll come back to that one in a minute. We're going to do a giveaway. Let's get back to the page. So, I acknowledge your question, caller. I'll come back to you in a second. So, we've got 28 eligible users. This is for the towel. This is all these people that have typed mucky in. Are we ready? We'll click the button. And Aquarium Addict, you have won. You are both a subscriber and a channel member. Thank you very much, sir. So you have won the towel. You've won a Mucky Doings towel, a Pleco towel, a Puffer towel, or a Discus towel. The logo I'm talking about there. Let me know what you want. Email me, Discord me, message. No, email me. If you win something tonight, you can only email me to claim your prize and tell me where you live, because it's too many places to archive messages from. So Graham said, what did he say? Just got my tank filled and the plants in. Is it worth fertilising the plants when I'm going to be doing big water changes every day, but using tropical soil? Pardon me. I would say yes. So I'd say it is worth fertilising your plants, even though you're doing big changes, but maybe not go overboard rather on the fertilisation. So one question is, why are you doing big water changes every day? Is that because you're doing a fish in cycle? If that is the case, no, your plants are going to need fertilisation, and it's especially important when you just put plants in, because you want to get them established. If they are established plants, they can probably take a bit of a break. For instance, I have just received my fertilizer. So this is my fertilizer of choice for my discus tank. I've got my TNC light and the TNC iron, like an extra additive. I use them in my discus tank, and I've had no fertilizers for a good number of weeks now because TNC, they didn't run out, but they kind of shut down for the coronavirus pandemic. And then also was just busy and things like that, so never got around to ordering it. So my tank's been without fertilizers for a while, and it's not had that much of an impact because it's a very well established tank and there's fish in there and they give fertilization to a degree. But if it's a new tank and it's still trying to get a balance right, your plants will need some fertilization, and because you're then doing a big water change, you're taking it all back out again, you're going to need to re-add that fertilization. So you're in a bit of a vicious cycle at the moment where you're not wasting it, but you're not getting the benefit of your fertilizers before you do a big water change. But it will, your plants will benefit from it. So I think I've answered that question. Pardon me. So Mickey agrees I would use ferts while doing the startup phase. And there is a thing, I'm sure I bought some Tropica soil once and it came with do these things for the first 30 days or something like that. I'm sure they've still got it on their website. I'll need to have a look for the, I'll do that in a bit. Where they talk about how you should get your plants established for a while. So have a look on the Tropica website. I'm sure that's where it is still. There you go, Simon's mentioned it. Follow Tropica's startup regime. It says to add verts after 21 days. Add the first verts after 21 days. Oh, I thought it said you added them earlier than that. Yeah, I find with plants, so Mickey's there saying I'm sure there'll be a growth spurt when they get good light and soil. When I've been planting plants at first, they do, if you don't give them what they need exactly, when you first plant them, the first thing they're trying to do is they're obviously trying to put out the roots and let the roots establish if they are rooted plants. So they don't concentrate on growth while they're doing that because they're putting all their energy into stability, if you like. If it's a leaf, I mean, we could get very scientific here and I could go and shout my wife who's a biologist and she could explain this to you better. But if you give them all the food that they need, it means they can do more jobs better together. So they don't have to spend all their energy making sure their roots are establishing and they can detect that there are nutrients. They don't have to spend all their energy putting their leaves out to say, oh, my leaves need to be bigger because I'm not getting enough light. If you give them the food, it gives them the better start. Not a professional, take that with a pinch of salt, do what you want. So congratulations to the winner, who was Aquarium Analytic, I think it was. Hopefully that takes your mind off your exams. So email me at graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk and hopefully I can send that out to you. And as Jennifer very kindly says, if you didn't win, you can also buy a towel at aquariumadventures.co.uk and still get some, sorry, dropping everything, and still get some stickers sent as well. Do you have a link for the TNC ferts? I just bought this from Amazon, so yes, I can give you an affiliate link for Amazon if you hold the line collar. And if you buy the TNC, I think I'll get 4 pence. So the iron one is the TNC iron. That's the one that I use. But again, this, you might not need that. You need to look at what deficiencies you have in your tank. But I need extra iron because I'm always low on iron when I do testing. So this one is the iron. I have used the JBL one in the past as well, and I found that to be very good. And then I use TNC Light, which is, it is a complete food, so TNC Complete. It is the exact same as TNC Complete, but it doesn't have any nitrate. In fact, it says it on the thing. TNC Light is a plant food specially formulated for use in planted aquariums. It contains potassium, magnesium, other trace elements, but no nitrate or phosphate. And that's what I think was contributing to my blackbeard algae, was additional or excess nitrates and phosphates. So when I was using TNC Complete, I switched to TNC Light and it went away. Not on its own, this wasn't the cure-all for all my algae issues, but that certainly helped. So if you want TNC Light, you can get it here. You can need me on the big screen, don't you? Thank you, Courtney, for big face. Pardon me. But yeah, I really like these. TNC, I think they're a British company. The Nutrient Company, TNC, the Nutrient Company. I've always been impressed with their stuff because it's a reasonable price, and as a proud Scotsman, I like things that are reasonably priced. But they come in these bottles as well, which have little measuring cups on them. Sorry, I'm out of focus there. So you kind of squeeze in as much as you need to put in and tip it in. I use a doser. So rather than doing a weekly, so quite often they're giving you the dosages for put in 10 mil per week. So rather than do that, I put in 1 mil at a time every day, because when I do a big water change, it's still keeping them getting in there. Do I have a link for TNC Complete? I could probably get one if you give me 1 second. So I can't speak and type at the same time. Yeah, so the TNC Complete is the same stuff, but it has the nitrates and phosphates in it. And it's a little bit greener. So where this is a kind of browny green, the TNC Complete is a very green. Complete. There we go. No, put the link in, Graham, you idiot. There we go. So, if you buy them, they are affiliate links. I will get a very small percentage of the purchase. So, finally, an hour and 20 minutes later, we'll get onto the topic for this evening, he says. And it's about spending time with your fish. So, by all means, shout out if you have any questions, but I wanted to talk about this and get your feedback as well. How do you spend time with your tanks? I think one of the most important things about your fish tank, because most people, let's face it, most people here are into fish because you've spent over an hour now watching me ramble on about nonsense. You're probably got a number of tanks. You might have 2, 3. You might have a small fish room. You might have a pond. How do you spend your time with it? The reason I knew that I was getting to be an obsessive or something that's more than just a passing fad. Lots of people will have a fish tank because it's a nice thing to just have, and that's fine. I'm not slagging them off or anything like that, but I would often spend time watching the fish tank while the telly was on. And as a true, I love TV. TV is one of my favourite things, but when I noticed that I was spending time just watching the fish tank, it was like, well, why am I doing this? Why am I spending all this time there? And then when I get more and more tanks, as I mentioned earlier, I worry at the back of my mind, am I diluting it too much? Am I not spending enough time with my fish? So I've tried to build it into my maintenance routines, where I think I talked about it in one of my recent videos, if I'm doing a big water change on my discus tank, I know that I'll generally do a load of jobs altogether. So I'll go in and I'll do a bit of an algae scrape. I might trim a few plants. I might take out the filter floss out the sump. Wheel still on screen. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So I'll have all my little jobs that I want to do. But I also add in spend 10 minutes looking at the tank, because I noticed I was running around all my tanks just dumping food in. Sometimes when you're a bit stressed and you've got other things going on, you just want to do the bare minimum and you move on. But when I'm going to do my when I'm going to do my maintenance, I'll build that in, and I'll just sit in front of the discus tank, in front of Humphrey's tank, in front even Humphrey's tank, which has got nothing in it other than Humphrey, a heater and some filters, some sponge filters. I'll just sit and look at him and see what he's doing. a little darker than usual? Is he hiding? Is he aggressive? Is he... Sometimes if he's not quite right, he'll sit and kind of cower up to the sponge filter. Because his normal attitude is, I want to get you, I want to eat you. So if he's not doing that, maybe something else is going wrong and I need to take a little time to test the water, or something else that I might not quite do. If it's a discus tank, I'll sit and I'll watch them. Just sit and watch them, do nothing else but just sit, have a look, see how they're behaving. Because if I come up and I just did, I don't know, walked into the room, take the lid off, get a hose in, siphon out the water, they immediately will just go and they'll scatter off to the side. And I won't see what behaviour is going on in the tank. So I like to just sit. I've said it about 55 times now, but just sit and watch. Let them calm down, let them get used to me being there, sitting and watching, and just see what they're doing. Are they interacting with each other? Are they chasing the other fish? Are the other fish getting in their way? I like to keep an eye out for things like where I've got the silver flying foxes. I'm always keen to know that they're not harassing the discus. So I'll sit and I'll make sure and see what's going on. They're not trying to eat their slime coat. They're not doing any of those. They're not harassing them and chasing them around or anything like that. The black ghost knife fish, I'll make sure I get to see him coming out at least once a day and make sure that he's still as ridiculous as ever and he's crashing around, uprooting plants and just generally pissing me off. But yeah, if that's what he's up to, then we're all good. We know everything's fine there. And then I'll do my things. So that's the bare minimum I like to do. So even if it's just one of the fish room tanks, when I had the pea puffers, I would happily just stand there in the garage, just watch them, not feed them or anything like that, because that's kind of interfering with things. Sometimes I think you miss problems if all you do is the kind of dump and run. I've often called it where you just go up and you chuck in a load of bloodworms, or you chuck in whatever it might be. They could be feeling down in the dumps is not the right way to describe it, but there could be something going on. But feeding them perks them back up, they eat, then they go back to being irritated or whatever it is. I've had fish where they've been rubbing or they might have had skin conditions or bacterial or parasites or things like that, but you miss it because when you feed them, they don't worry about that because they're concentrating on feeding, and then you walk away and they go straight back to rubbing up against the rock or something like that, and then you come down and you find them floating one day because you've missed all the signs. So I like to, that's my way of doing it. So when I was at I think I had 30 was the most tanks that I've had. I'll probably get more if we do move house and they get a bigger fish room. That is my goal, is to get more bigger tanks so as I can have more different types of fish and learn more about all the different types of fish. I'll need to build that into everything. So yeah, if it's a crappy day and I just want to go around and make sure that the auto water change is working and that I can chuck in a load of food, I'll do that. But the next day I'll need to make sure that I am spending a bit of time with all the fish and enjoying them, because otherwise why am I doing it? And that's kind of where I got to. So when Simon asked me the question, how do you spend your time with your fish, or how do you enjoy your fish, I do have to make a conscious decision to enjoy it. It's easier in the living room. So in the living room, if I am in there and I'm watching TV, my eye will often wander and I'll turn around and I'll just sit and watch the tank for a while. I will, especially with that tank, I'll labour over the maintenance. So I might take a couple of hours to do the maintenance rather than the 10 minutes it really takes. Because that's me just spending a little bit of time with the tanks and getting to see what the fish are doing, how they're interacting with each other, all that kind of stuff. So that was my answer. Interested to know your answer. Next week we might get some people on to tell us what they think. If you're interested in being a guest on the live stream, join the Discord. Let me know. We'll do a bit of a test, hopefully sometime next week, to make sure that everyone, make sure the technicalities work properly. Does anyone else talk to the fish? I always chat to my Fahaka Puffer Fred. I always talk to Humphrey. It's usually, get back, you bastard. Because he's trying to kill me, or his version of kill me. I don't talk to my discus so much. I talk to my black ghost knife fish, because he's just a big dumb idiot. I don't talk to the angelfish. the littler fish. Puffers I've always talked to, so when I had my Fahaka, I talked to him all the time. When I had my Baboo, I would talk to him all the time. When I had my pea puffers, I would talk to them. But I am a bit weird, I guess. Maybe that's why. Tony's got 6 tanks, a bit obsessed. Yeah, I mean, I got involved with a discussion with a guy the other day where he was saying you had to have a certain number of tanks before you were a proper fish keeper, and I thought that was ridiculous. Someone who has 1 tank is a fish keeper. But I saw another thing as well from what they called King and Queen Cichlids saying that they were quitting the hobby, but they're still going to have 3 fish tanks. That's not quitting the hobby in my book. So he can be a bit precious sometimes, Scott, so I didn't want to provoke him too much by saying that. But I think if you enjoy a fish tank, you're a fish keeper. End of story. I do water change when on Zoom calls with the camera off. Yeah, I do all sorts of things with the camera off when I'm on calls. My days are spent with the headset on. I've told you all before, this is where I sit to do my proper job. So I sit here like this. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll be then farting about with this tank or that tank or the other. Causing many a flood where I do actually have to do some work. And then I'm refilling a tank or something like that. I talk to my turtles. I'd love to get some turtles, yeah. So Stuart, my middle son, he's shown an interest in some turtles, but we've not got space for them at the moment. Mickey with the £5 super chat. Thank you very much for the koi fund. That'll be a couple of bags of cement there. Although these days, cement, you've seen the prices of some of the things like building materials. Making me have heart palpitations thinking about some of the things that, like plywood. Plywood. You've seen the price of plywood. Anyway, I'm being distracted. I always make sure I spend some time enjoying the fish in and out of work. It's easy to get on with life and only really notice your fish when you're feeding or water changing. And that's exactly why I do that. So that's why I built in my 10-minute thing. Because if you don't do it, it is so easy to skip over it. My discus tank, when I was busy last year, I just couldn't get around to spending any time doing it, and it just got out of control. And then the worse it gets, the harder it is to break the cycle and get back into it. So, yeah, it's very hard to. But I think that's only a problem when it's multiple tanks, especially people working in the industry. So I'd be interested to hear folk like Fisherman Aquatis O'Callum, Rebecca, when you were working in fish shops. Is it a bit like a busman's holiday that because you spent all day working with fish rather than enjoying fish? Is it then harder to come home and do that? I've certainly felt like that sometimes. And I don't work in the fish hobby, the fish industry. It is a hobby for me. So I can imagine that may be an easy trap to fall into. Another super chat. Simon, thank you very much for the Pond Fund contribution. Yes, maybe we'll need to do some kind of. Well, I'm in danger of turning into the king of DIY here and getting everyone to fund my pond. I would, if anyone is in the industry and they want to support me with advice, I'd be more than happy to take advice. Or any companies that want to sponsor elements of my pond build, I'll happily take any of that. But yeah, thank you very much. All super chats are always very much appreciated. Graham, what treatments will you use on wild-caught Amazon puffers? Apparently they need to deworm them and not sure what to use. I would probably use Kasuri because that's my go-to wormer. I know lots of people will say, oh, any kind of Levamisol products. I would go with Kasuri because I've used it with my discus before and I'm comfortable using it, but I would join one of the many excellent puffer groups and ask if there's any more specific treatment. Lots of people have talked about dog wormers and things like that, but I've never really dabbled in them, so I try to avoid them if possible. So I'm not really up on what the good ones are, but I know Kasuri is a good one because I've used it happily with my discus and I've used it with my Fahaka puffer and my Mibu puffer, and they were fine, and it worked with them. Caveat, both those puffers did eventually die, but that was long after I wormed them. It wasn't from worms. Darren Carter just sponsored. Thank you very much, Darren. Scott, I love watching my fish. I love watching and talking to my fish. Sometimes you just need good advice. I'm sure my Bolivian ram listens because he swims up to the front and interacts with me. Yeah, I mean, it's just daft things you do. I talk to my dogs all the time. They have no idea what I'm saying. They just like the noises that come out of my face. I'm sure the fish are a bit the same. I'm like, oh, he's interacting with me. Water changes are just a fact of life, says Rebecca. I worked on ways to make them quick. Loads of hosing. Yes, and my water changes on my discus tank, so it's the only one I really have to change manually. The rest of them are all smaller tanks, and it's just not worth worrying about. The fish room's on auto water changes, and I have all manner of fish and plumbing and pipes. All manner of plumbing and pipes and ways of getting water in and out quickly. The big tank in the living room, the discus tank, that's the one where it's not plumbed in. It's not no auto water change. I have to get in, I have to take water out, and I have to put water back in. But I've got it so streamlined that I barely have to touch it. It takes 10 minutes max to do an almost 50% water change. I hardly ever do it anymore. I'll take the water out, and that doesn't take any time at all, and then I'll just dump the refill in, so it all comes through an HMA valve, so there's no chlorine or anything like that. Not an HMA valve, an HMA filter, heavy metalax filter. So it's dechlorinated water going straight into the tank, and I'll trickle it in, and it'll take hours, and I'll sit there for hours and watch it and enjoy it and just like it. But yeah, if it was my job, I can get that tank changed in 10 minutes. So when I need it and I'm stressed and I'm doing something else, or there's works in the way or whatever's going on, I can still do the water change, and it's done. But when I do, it's not a chore, it's a luxury that I get to sit and watch the water change. Mark's with the super chat as well for the whatever fund. So I'll spend their guys' money on the pond and your money on drugs and alcohol. It's easy to get caught up in the fish police, test kit bashing, rules, arguing, trying to breed, buying. Yep. Stop and just enjoy watching your fish. That's great advice. I mean, I think so many people must be put off fish keeping because if you think about it logically, and I've had this discussion with many people, if you think about it logically, most people who have aquariums and buy fish have no idea who I am, don't join fish groups on Facebook or watch fish YouTube videos. The people who will join a fish Facebook group are someone who they buy a fish tank, generally for their kids, and something goes wrong and they ask for help, or they buy a fish tank and they start enjoying it and they come onto a Facebook group or something like that to learn more. And the first thing they get is bashed because they've done something wrong, or they don't know what they're doing, or someone else that's just a twat on the internet wants to prove how superior they are and talk down to them. They must just think, oh, screw that, I'm off. Why would I sit and listen to this? So it's the catch-22 of you want to learn more about it, you join groups to learn more about it, and then you get faced by these idiots telling you that you don't know what you're doing, and you've done it all wrong, and you should really think about your actions, and you're a horrible person. The better groups, I think, are the places where they encourage new people to come in and say, oh, that's fantastic. Ways to make these things better are, rather than you've done all that wrong and you're a horrible person because you've killed your fish. It's counterproductive, and it just annoys the hell out of me. The Vamasol is often sold under the name Lernix. Oh, I've never heard of that one, to be honest. Yeah. Generally wormed with flubendazole. Yes, that's another one. Prazipro, yeah, I've used that a couple of times. It was my go-to Kusuri, and it worked for me. That's the only reason I was suggesting that. I'm sure there are better and different ways to do it as well. Not going to lie, sometimes when I've been water changing all day, the last thing I want to do is water change my own tanks. Yeah, I can imagine that would be the case. It's got to be easy to fall into that trap, surely. The best thing is when you work in a store that allows you to go around with 20 metres or more of hosing and siphoning. Yeah. Well, you can do that at home to a degree. I mean, my wife would get a bit pissed off with me if I was traipsing hoses and things all through the house, but luckily I'm pretty well set up here at home. Yes, thanks, Mark. That was lovely. 100 tanks in 4 and 5 hours. I avoid algae cleaning. I don't do it at home, so I don't see the need at work. Yeah, I mean, I did for a long time tell myself I liked algae, just to avoid having to clean it off. I don't mind algae. All my tanks have algae. If it sticks to the back wall or the side walls, I'm kind of fine with that. When it gets in my way and I can't see the fish, then that's, it's a problem. Thankfully, I've got most of my tanks in a balance where it's not too bad. I mean, if you could focus properly on these two, you would go, ha, you liar, Graham. There's loads of algae in there, and there is, but it's not too bad. Do you worm your discus fish on a regular basis or only if needed or showing symptoms? Bit of both, if I'm honest, Wendy. I would, if you'd asked me a year ago, or a couple of years ago probably now, I would have said only when they're showing symptoms. I'm dead against medicating anything, whether it's people, animals, whatever, for no reason. Obviously, vaccines and things like that, which is a hot topic these days, that's a different matter. But things like on channels like, for example, Aquarium Co-op, where they get a new fish in and they throw loads of meds in the tanks. They're doing that because that's their business, and it's a very specific use case that they are trying to find the easiest, quickest way to rule out the most common diseases. If we do that at home without knowing there's anything wrong, we're just weakening a fish for no apparent reason. So I don't agree with it for home use. I worry that the effect that attitude has, is that you then delay too long. So I have made the mistake where I haven't wormed my discus fish because I've spent a lot of time going, is that a bit thin? Is that still eating but not putting on weight? Well, give it another few days. Oh, yeah, I think that might be worms. I'll best deworm this, and then by the time you do it, it's too late and you don't catch it in time. So I've definitely been guilty of that, and I have killed a few fish by doing that. So I'm not saying that I do it regularly now, and I still don't say, right, every 6 months I'm going to deworm my discus tank. I definitely don't do that. But in these 10-minute sessions, I will spend a lot of time going, is it? And if I'm not sure, I'll do it. Whereas before, if I wasn't sure, I would wait until I was sure. But if there's even the question that something might need worming, I'll worm, because it's not that bad to worm a fish. So it's better to be safe than sorry in that case. So yeah, if it's showing symptoms, and with a lot of things with fish, if you're not spending a lot of time with your fish, or not really an expert in fish, especially if I buy new fish that I've never kept before, I don't know what to look out for most of the time until I've had them for a few years. So it's difficult to be able to tell, is that sick or is that just normal? So it might be worth medicating then, if you can get advice from someone, or you read up about it and figure out that is showing. So in discus, for instance, I will know now, because I'm fairly experienced in keeping discus, that something's not quite right, and I'll treat it. But it's taken me a good few years to get to that point. So I would err on the side of caution when it comes to worming. Other more drastic measurements, I'm so fed up of seeing every bloody picture you get posted on the internet going, oh, this is my picture of my fish. Oh, it's dying, needs metro. Yeah, for God's sake. You know nothing about the situation. You've seen one picture, which doesn't even look that bad, and you've decided you need to give it antibiotics. So it's just crazy. But worming, yeah. So, sorry. A bit of a tangent there. Let's see if we can catch up with the chat. We'll do one more sticker giveaway. And then I need to go and have my dinner, because I've still not had my dinner again. Courtney says, I've appreciated fish more since being at Fishman's and learning about each fish. Each fish is so different and fascinating. Non-fish keepers often see them all the same. Yeah, I had one of my kids brought a friend home from school, and he was showing them around all the tanks, and he thought all tanks had the same fish in them. So he's like, "Oh, that fish is bigger than that one over there. Is that what they grow into?" And you're like, "No." So it's funny realizing that you don't, because I spend a lot of my time messing about with fish. So obviously I don't appreciate that there are people out there that don't know all that stuff. I think it depends on the group, says Rebecca. A lot of people on groups do think they know more than they do. I would say the vast majority of people on Facebook groups think they know more than they do. I get patronised on pleco groups all the time. Yeah, there probably aren't many people that know more about plecos than you do, and I've seen it sometimes, you getting patronised, but I think you get picked on because you're a woman. I think you get picked on because you're a young woman, and that's its own set of problems, probably. I do wish more people would research before making the decision to purchase a live animal instead of thinking fish are easy, I'll just get them. I think that's a long stood problem. It's always been a bit like that, hasn't it? I'll do the same thing. If I'm in Pets at Home buying hay for the hamsters or whatever, I'll always go and have a look at the fish, and you hear people going, "Oh yeah, can I have 3 of the blue ones? What are they called? Torchings? Tatras? The bluey red ones?" Can't even say tetra. Don't think you should be keeping them yet. But it's tricky. It's hard to police it though. Sorry, my chat's going a bit crazy here. Yeah, so specifically when they say teach me everything about this fish, I've seen that in places like Pets at Home as well. I mean, there's a couple of Pets at Homes that are close to me, and one of them's actually pretty good. The fish people in there, they're obviously hobbyists and they obviously know what they're doing. The other one less so, but maybe I've just been unlucky and caught them on the days where it's the hamster guy that's looking after the fish bit at that time. And you can see it in people's face going, "Right, tell me everything I know." And they'll go, "All right, you asked for it, you're going to get it." And I'll see them reeling off all the information. You can see the person going, Like, yeah, they've stopped listening. They're never going to remember any of that. Some people don't care about advice. I get people who want to buy fish with a 24-hour tank and a fish that's way too big. Yeah. And it is, and I think the big box stores, they suffer for that because obviously they are big multi-million-dollar pound corporations. Sales is at the heart of their business, so I think they're a little bit more lenient. I mean, things like Pets at Home, the questions that they ask you, they've got no way of checking, so they may as well not bother asking. It's like, how long's the tank been stood up? 55 years. Okay, perfect. And how big is your tank? 3 billion gallons. Yep, you can have this fish then. Yeah, Pets at Home are the biggest cock. I mean, they are and they aren't. I do think they take a bad rap. I think Pets at Home maybe could do better. A lot of the people that work at Pets at Home, I think, are doing, if not a good job, they're trying to do a good job, and there are some dedicated people out there, but that's the people rather than the company. Don't think the company supports them as well as they could do. There are some small fish shops around Sheffield that are not good. These are people who should not be in charge of running places that sell animals. And the way worse, I would advise someone to go to Pets at Home rather than some of those shops. But it's about the people, as so many things are in your working life. It's about who you work with, who the people that work there are, and if their attitude's good, you'll generally do better. Right, sorry, I'm scrolling through some comments. Facebook aquarium groups are the devil. Bad advice, regurgitated Google info, and full of nasty folk. They can be. I mean, there are some good ones, says the man who has a Facebook group. Very quiet one. Also, too much Melifix advice. Oh, yeah. That's one of my... Anything with fix in the name, I'm always a bit suspicious of. Melifix and Puma Fix and There was another one, wasn't there? It was like, it's basically water in it. I need to check the cycling advice of some stores because they're recommending what Pets at Home does, worded differently. I do like Pets at Home cycling advice, where they have that sign up that says, fill your tank with water and wait. And then there's a gap, days before adding fish. And then depending on what store it is, it can be 1 day, it can be 7 days, it can be 3 days. I've seen there was a thread where people were taking pictures from the local Pets at Home and posting all the different things. I think the longest any of them said to wait was 14 days. And then some people came who said they worked at Pets at Home and said they were told by corporate to, I can't remember if it was they were given a maximum or they were told to put in like 5 days or 3 days or whatever it was. It's very strange. Right. Some shops are scary with the lack of basic knowledge, and that's not even Pets at Home. That's some shops are run by crooks who are just bad people who are obviously in a hole and decided that I'm going to have a fish shop. That's it. And I worry that because they're clearly desperate because they need to make the sales to keep their head above water, and they're the ones that we need to sell this thing. You're buying this fish no matter what. I don't care if you tell me that you want to keep this goldfish in with a school of piranhas. I'm selling you this fish, and I know you'll kill it and come back and get another one, so that's what we're doing. It's hard because retail's hard at the best of times. Independent shops going up against the likes of people with buying power like Pets at Home or Maidenhead or any of the other larger chainy type stores. It's harder to compete against them, and some people just plain don't try and they're just dodgy as hell. And then other better shops, not few and far between, but they should be protected and we should be calling them out and giving them any support we can, because we need these type of shops around to help us. Right, Aquarium Addicts off early work tonight. Yeah, we've got another few minutes, so I'll say anyone who has any questions, get them in now, but we'll do one final round of sticker giveaways, shall we? I do apologise to everyone that I didn't talk about fish enough, but we'll try and do it for a bit. So we'll go back to this small face. For those of you who have just joined, we have some new stickers. We have big cock stickers. We have this blows stickers. We have, these are all terrible branding ideas for my brand. We've got my beautiful face stickers. And this sucks stickers. So they're all quite negative connotations. I should really have thought this through. But anyway, you can have some of these stickers and obscure the view of your fish when you stick them on your fish tank. Or car, or whatever you want. So, who would like some of these stickers? What should we use as the word? I think you have to say... Let's try and be polite like our mummies tell us and say please. If you want a sticker, type please in the chat. I will promote some positivity. I worked for an independent store a few years back that the owner knew nothing about what he sold. I could make an entire video on the company, but the drama, yes. Sometimes the drama and the admin involved with saying anything negative. There's a lot of Facebook, of YouTube, of these places is, oh, my mum always told me if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And that attitude gets us nowhere, because if you don't say something, nothing ever changes. So I'm more a fan of, if you can't say anything nice, say why it's wrong. Point at the thing that's wrong. Call out the thing that's wrong. And then somebody might either stop doing that thing or stop going to that place that's doing the thing that's wrong. So it's hard to make any negative video without being negative yourself and then taking a lot of negativity from other people about it. So I totally get the not wanting the drama and the admin involved with pointing at bad people doing bad things. Stickers need to be updated with the beard. Well, technically it is there. It's just, it's very flattering. They've given me hair, and there kind of is a beard. It's just, I think they thought it was blonde when they did this picture. And the eyebrows aren't bushy enough. I need to move this around. So saying, I have to say, so many shops don't even ask how long you've had your tank or what fish you already have in it, which is very poor customer service. It is, but also, so many shops do ask you, but don't really care what you say. They just want to be seen to have asked the question. And sometimes I remember being very upset at being refused the fish at Pets at Home because I told them I'd only just set up the tank that day. And said, oh, well, we can't sell you a fish. And I went, well, that's very commendable, but let me explain further. And they were having none of it. And I was like, no, I've got a fish room. This is a new tank I'm adding to a fish system. So I've got some cycled sponge filters, which I'm going to use. It's on an automatic water change system. I'm going to reuse a sponge filter. So it's fine, honest. Nope. Not having that. Nope. I showed them videos. Well, this is my YouTube channel. I've got, look, this is the tank I'm going to put it in. Yes, I just set it up today, but it'll be fine. I know what I'm doing. Honest, Gov. I was really pissed off about that, but in the end, I thought, kind of good that they stuck to their guns, I suppose. Pardon me. That's stubble at best. I suppose it is. Yes. It's not the fully fledged double chin disguise that I've got going on at the moment. Very grey though, isn't it? We need to do something about that. Only 4 people want stickers. That can't be right. 4 eligible users. Andrew Dean, Gary Fulstow, Raymond O'Gorman, and Cy. Are you spelling please wrong or something? What's going wrong? I don't think that's worked for some reason. Because there's Dawn, for instance, and I can see Dawn's comment saying please. Pardon me. Yeah, so it's going up now. Stickers. I'm sorry, you'll have to type please again because I think there was a glitch in the system. It wasn't working for some reason, but it seems to be going up now. So if you've typed please already, please type it again, please. Yeah, Drachnia, that's another one. So that's an aquatic plant that, if you actually plant it underwater, will melt 9.5 times out of 10. I mean, balloon rams, I wouldn't buy them and I wouldn't have them in the hobby, but if people are going to buy them, people are going to sell them. It's the same with anything. Drachnia is just wrong because you know that's going to it's not going to last, it's going to disappear. At least with balloon rams, they could stay alive for a while and be fine. Ooh. I never got refused fish, even though I was 14 and a Pets at Home with an 18 plus policy. Yeah, Pets at Home, they're hot and cold. Graham, let's do a hoodie instead. Shall we do a hoodie instead? What do you think? Let's do a hoodie as well, shall we? So if you want, we'll do we'll do a hoodie giveaway then. To everyone that types please. I'll just make sure that it is actually taking your... Not vote, what's the word I'm looking for? Taking your entry. Pardon me. First person to win will get a hoodie, and then I'll do 3 more for stickers, and you can have some stickers. Everyone happy with that? I'll give you a couple more minutes to get your entries in. If you've already typed, please type it again, because I think it did. Something went a bit dodgy earlier on. And everyone say thanks to Phil. Not only is he contributing to get me half cut tonight, giving me a load of beers, he's now giving away a hoodie as well. Thank you very much, Phil. So I'm just making sure... this is great content, this, isn't it? Man stares at screen and makes sure that entries are made. Making sure, for instance... Yeah, Wendy's in. Jab 1609. Yep, that's getting taken. Simon. Yep, Simon's in. Don's in. Yeah, I think it's starting to take everybody's... It's taking everyone's entries. If you won stickers before, that's fine. You can still be in for the hoodie at least. Thanks, Uncle Phil. Right, I think we're there. Kaylee, let's make sure Kaylee's in. Ugh, I can't spell now. Forgotten how the alphabet works. Where's Kaylee? Oh, there it is. Right, are we ready? Drum roll, please. Roll it. This is for the hoodie. Rocky's Rocky has won the hoodie. Congratulations, Rocky's Rocky, who was in super early tonight. I think I checked the live stream early chat about 5 o'clock and you were already in here saying hello. This is Hop House 13, provided by this evening's sponsor, Phil from Elite Logos for you, for all your embroidery needs, sticker needs, logo needs, I guess. Get in touch with Elite Logos for you. Tell them Graham sent you. And buy some stuff. Right, congratulations, Rockies. You have won the hoodie. So get on the website, which is here. That's not a hoodie. Ooh, I didn't realise that was a picture. I'm not a very good model, am I? Get on the website, click on shop, then merch. There's 2 options, a zipped or a pullover. Pick which one you want, pick which logo you want. Over the weekend I will update all this, but there's all different colours you can choose. You can either have the discus logo like that, you can have the pufferfish logo, or you can have the pleco logo. Congratulations. And anyone else that wants one of them, you can just go and buy one. We'll be happy to accept orders. 10% off for anyone who is a Hero member. You can click that join button down below and get 10% off anything on the site. And remember, 10% off soft Artemia food while stocks last, or for a limited time, not sure which. Hop House 13 is being discontinued in the UK. Yes, Andrew, we found that out a few weeks ago and we had a moment of silence because it's quickly become my new favourite. And yeah, and they're getting rid of it, so I might need to get it imported from Ireland, because they're continuing it in Ireland. I should get some stickers done with your new logo on. They would be awesome. What new logo? Do you mean... I don't know what you mean. You mean the discus one? I've got some stickers like that. Can't wait to buy a puffer polo. Well, you can buy one or wait and potentially win one. Right, so if you are Rocky's Rocky, you send me an email, tell me where you live, tell me what size, colour and type of hoodie, because there's two types, there's the zipped or there's the pullovery ones, and what logo you want, and we'll get some sent out to you. So, last couple of minutes, then I need to go and make my dinner. Any questions for the last couple of minutes? And then I think we'll go and have a look and see if anyone else is streaming. I almost forgot the name of the website there. Oh, no. I do apologise. We're going to do more, aren't we? I have had 3 of these now, so I do apologise. We were going to do some stickers as well. We didn't do that, did we? I don't think so. So, the first lot of stickers was Tony C, Adam, and Chow with Lau. So, we'll give away some more stickers. If you were in it, we'll roll it now. Are we ready? Rob Barry, you win some stickers. I'm just making a note as we do it. Wendy, you win some stickers. And I know nobody has these stickers, so these are new stickers. Unless you won last week, Wendy, I'm already sending you some. And last but not least, Andrew Dean. So all you lucky gets have won a sticker pack. Calling it a sticker pack, it will just be a random selection of stickers I shall send you. Thank you very much, everyone. Right, so like I say, last couple of questions while I go and check. These can be about anything. It can be fish, it can be IT advice, who knows, whatever you want. We'll get on and we'll give away. Let's put big face on before I start messing around. Oh, you do need to stick around because I've changed the end screen as well. I'm very proud of it. If any of you who actually stayed till the end last week and saw me coming back 2, 3, 4, 5 times, it's because I'd done a new end screen and it wouldn't play. It kept playing the old one. So hopefully it'll work this week, but give it another 5 minutes or so. Let me check if anyone else is streaming. Apparently I'm live now. Corvus Oskin is live and Maple Street Aquatics has just gone live, so we'll send you all over to Maple Street Aquatics again. But I'll give you a couple of minutes to ask any more questions. There you go, Scott's put the link in the chat, even better. Let me check the chat, make sure I've not missed anything. Sai says, no, sorry, thought the Discus one was new. No, the Discus one is the old logo, so that's the one that was this one. That's my first logo. Well, this will always be my logo. The Pleco one. So let me mess around with the camera. So we've got this one, the Pleco one, and this one, the puffer one. So without this blows and Aquarium Adventures and all that, you can get that on any polo shirt or hoodie. You can get these as options to supplement the Discus one. But the Aquarium Adventures logo will always and forever be this, I think, or some kind of variation. Some kind of variation of it. Oh, now you're all drunk, I'm all fuzzy. There we go. So, where did we get to? What's for dinner? I don't know what's for dinner. I think some kind of quick thing because it's 11 o'clock at night. Maybe a pizza or something terrible that I shouldn't really have, but you know, I just didn't manage to fit dinner in earlier on. What do you think the best plecos are to have in a discus tank? I am a big fan of Ancestris, so your bristlenose pleco. I think they work really well with discus. I'm also a big fan of golden nuggets, which I can't remember the L number of, but Rebecca will no doubt tell us all and come up with some better ones. But they're my favourites. Whether they're best or not, I don't know. You should get some Shilsey black Corys. I should. Yes, I'm definitely going to get more and more Corys for my fish room when I get that sorted out. I really love corridors. I've kept many over the years. I've got very few at the moment, and I need to get more of them and get some breeding programs going. Are you using a desk mount for your DSLR? I need one. Any recommendations? Yes, I'm sure we can do that. Am I still on big face or little face? My orders, because I bought this one recently. So I was using... Oh! This is going to cause a disaster. I was using this, which is a Joby Gorilla Pod thing, but it did my head in. It would constantly just fall over and die. And it has an Anduir head on it. This bit is fine. Very happy with that. That was always fine. But the legs, they just give up over time. So they're fine for a while, but then they just start to go off. So recently I purchased a more sturdy version. I'll put the link in the chat. It's called a mini tripod pull-on photo. It's 20 quid and it's perfect. So it holds, I've got a Canon M50 with a big Tamron massive lens, and it holds it all up perfectly. It's extendable, it moves around, it's a little bit articulated, works, does the job perfect. How long would you quarantine a new fish for? I generally quarantine for 2 weeks, allowing 4 weeks if there's a problem. So new discus, well, new discus is slightly different. If I was to buy a discus from a supplier different to my current discus, I would do 4 weeks. 4 weeks. But most fish I just do 2 weeks. I should do a Fan Friday, pictures of your fans and merchandise. We should definitely do that. We should, shouldn't we? So, if you've won any of my stuff, get on Discord or an email or something like that. Send me a picture of you wearing my hat, my t-shirts, my hoodies. I'd love that. And then we'll do a bit of a showcase. Pot noodle for dinner. Oh, yeah, I'm not having pot noodles again. Too many people. I keep getting pot noodles for everywhere these days. See, we've started, Cat. So, Fishman Aquatics sent me a pot noodle, or more specifically, Callum sent me a pot noodle, and now it's become a thing. And people send me pot noodles quite often. It's quite strange. I had someone that said they were going to send me stickers, and they sent me a beef pot noodle instead. I thought, anyway, it's a jobby. It's a joby, not a jobby. But Jennifer, you and I are probably the ones that get that. That a jobby is a thing. Ooh. I use my iPhone. iPhone? I use my iPhone. I use my iPhone with a lot of my filming. Cameras on phones have come a long way. They definitely have. There's a sticker stuck in my head count. It definitely does count. Any kind of merch. Need a section setting up on Discord. Definitely. Let's get that on. Right. Before it's too late, thank you very much for joining us. What automatic fish feeder do I recommend? I recommend Cheapest Chips automatic fish feeders. I've not found an automatic fish feeder that I'm entirely comfortable with. So I don't use them when I'm not around. I do use them when I am around, so as I can make sure that they're still working properly. And on that basis, go with the cheapest one you can find. Pardon me. Sorry, just laughing at Scott being half Scottish and knowing what a jobby is. Right, everyone, thank you for joining me. We're going to have an end screen, so don't go away straight away. But once you do go away, go and have a look at Maple Street Aquatics and say hello and spread the love and all that kind of stuff. Fishmank, well, thanks for turning up, but we're leaving. I've had enough. We're going to call it quits there. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for all the super chats, all the support, all the putting up with me. I mean, this nonsense that I talk on a Friday night every week. I don't get why you still keep coming back, but there you know, thank you very much for doing so. To my mods and admins, thank you very much for all the help that you've given me. We shall try and get a call in this week so as we can work out how to get the Discord working where we can have chats together and bring you into the live stream. But for now, he says, filling time, desperately trying to find the button that will make it change over to the end screen. Thank you and good night.